Welcome back to Dark Points, everybody. This is Ron, and tonight we will be talking about all the PS Extra games that are leaving on December 19th. Starting with Caladrius Blaze. This is basically Raiden 5. It's a top-down shooter. It's pretty fun, even on normal. I'm playing it on normal here, and I was able to get all the way to the boss, and I was able to beat him as well. So, but there are 3 other easier settings. I think it's easy, easiest, and cakewalk or something like that. So that's pretty cool. So no matter what your skill set is, you should be able to play and enjoy this game. But if you don't love these games, you know, you're not going to love this. It's a top-down shooter. Alright, moving on to Damascus Gear, Operation Tokyo. Now, my first question is, who is this for? They make these games all the time, and who wants to play a game like this? It's one of those armor games, you know. I know Japan, they love the robot suit games, but it's top-down. Your robot just drags across the floor, and just the gameplay itself, the feel is just not good. It's unpleasant, and I don't know. I just started this game up, and I was like, I think I hate this. This just like why would you make it like this? It's not fun at all. All right, moving on to Legends of Eternal. This one, unlike that one, I think a lot of thought and love went into this game, and they're trying to build something unique and special. But in the end, it's just another platformer, and it's also pretty hard. I love the story. The whole setup of the game itself is pretty cool, and there's a lot going on as far as storyline, at least so far. We'll see. But the game itself, you know, you've seen a million of these games, and, you know, if you're going to make one of these now, in this day and age, with so many different games like this, like Hollow Knight and everything else, you gotta have something. You gotta have some kind of gimmick or niche that makes you stand apart, because this is it's just plain and kind of the same old thing. Good job, though, guys. You know some love went into it. Speaking of some love went into it, El Hijo, or Hio, a Wild West tale, clearly well-made game. Whoever made this really cared and took the time, and it looks beautiful. But it's just a stealth game. And the opening tutorial... Hi, Charlie. The opening tutorial is you're with your mom, and she kind of teaches you how to do certain things, and then she gets killed, and you end up at this orphanage. And you just stealth around and avoid monks for the most part. The game gets bigger, and I've seen screenshots of the game later, but I just don't... I would rather play Styx Master of Shadows than play any more of this, unfortunately. Alright, moving on to the Escapist 2, a prison escape simulator, I guess? I enjoyed the first level. They kind of lead you by the hand, and it's a little bit boring. I hate to say it, but they lead you by the hand, and you get through the level, and you're like, okay, I can do this. And then you get to the next level, and you're kind of like, nah, I guess I just don't have any interest in this anymore. And that's just my opinion, and that's just like these kind of games just don't do it for me, unfortunately. But you can tell, again, well-made game, cool concept, and I love the look of it, but this is what it is. Prison escape. Yay. Alright, Foreclosed. Just like the other games, beautiful to look at, really well made. You know somebody cared. They really took their time with this game and made it well. But again, it's just a stealthy game, and if you look down in the left-hand corner, that's my character stealthing around. The opening is kind of cool, and later on you get some shooting elements. But I got stuck on this weird part where they gave me no markers or any direction at all, and it was unpleasant. But
looks like Tiny Tina's.
It looks like Tiny Tina's. Yeah, the artwork does. Yeah, it's got that cell shaded thing or whatever you call it. But it's very Metal Gear Solid so far, and it's just a shame that I got stuck in it. But I'm going to keep playing it for sure until it leaves. All right, Friday the 13th now. Games that I won't be playing anymore, ever, are games like this. Did you play Evil Dead? Did you play, oh god, Predator Hunting Grounds, Dead by Daylight, any of these games? So there's 4, 5, 6 people. It's all online. And they all join a party, and then one of them's the killer, and he just hunts everybody else down. And, you know, it's cool that it's Friday the 13th, and I like the look of it, and it's cool to see Jason when you see him because it's terrifying. But, you know, here I followed this naked guy in, and then I closed the door. I figured we're safe. I look over, he's gone, and boom! Jason's right there. And then my character just has a bloody, horrible death. And is that fun? Just to watch yourself die over and over again? Alright, and now we're getting into the good stuff. Yakuza 6 Song of Life is also leaving on December 19th. I love the Yakuza games. I highly recommend them. If you have time, play it. Unfortunately for me, I played 0, Kiwami, and Kiwami 2, and I'm a little burnt out on them right now. Also, and I don't know that it matters at all, but I would really like to play 3, 4, and 5 before I play 6. I know that the stories are all self-contained, but just, you know, the gaming style, really, because going from 0 to Kiwami 1 was so jarring, honestly, but now I'm in the groove again. Anyway, moving on to Yakuza Like a Dragon, another Yakuza game. This one's interesting. I tried it out, and I might keep playing this one till it leaves, but actually this was a free PS Plus monthly game, so I actually own this, so I can play it anytime. But the fighting is different. It's turn-based fighting, and I have to say, it feels a lot like Persona. And I really do like that. I don't know if I'm going to play it anytime soon, but the few hours I played here just to check it out, I really got into that style of fighting, and it kind of made it a little more fun. I don't want to say funner, but yeah, it was fun, and the story looks pretty interesting. There's a huge opening, and I don't know if any of it relates to anything, but it was pretty fascinating, the opening was. Alright, and our last 2 games of the night, starting with Shadow of Mordor. Jake borrowed this to me very early on when I first got my PlayStation, and what happened when I played it this time is the same thing that happened when I played it the first time. You drop down into the world, and then you fight orcs, and then the orcs just keep coming, and they glom onto you, and they just keep coming, and you keep aggroing them, as they say, and
so it's a raid game?
Kind of. And eventually you get overwhelmed, and a dude kills you. And when that dude kills you, he gets promoted, and he gets more strength. So then when you come back down to fight again, the dude that beat you is even harder to beat. So the game is like constantly working against you, and I don't know why that is, but I got pretty far the first time I played it. This time I just turned it on and I was like, oh yeah, this. No thank you. See, there he goes. He gets promoted. Alright, Shadow of War, the second one. Now, this one I like. This one they kind of fixed everything. The game looks better. It's much newer, I guess, and I love the fighting. It just feels like a fun game. The fighting is fast and quick. You can kill people. They're not so much sword sponges, as they are in the first one, and just a little more pleasant to play. I would recommend playing this one over the other one. I don't know if I'll keep playing this till it leaves, but I definitely enjoy it. Alright, so there we go. That's all the games that are leaving on December 19th. Thank you for watching Dark Points. Good night.